Welcome to another episode of Positive Happenings in Carter County Schools. Today, we are highlighting a talented group of welding students who are headed to the Kentucky Institute of Welding to compete in a national competition. These students have been putting in so much work, dedication, and building their skills. They truly represent Carter County Schools with so much pride. We can't wait to see what they accomplish. Let's hear from the students themselves as they prepare for this amazing opportunity. What does it mean to you all to compete at a national level event like this?
I think we've all worked really hard, and I think it's just rewarding to be able to go and compete and just practice all the skills we learned. Like Thomas Shepard, a senior, and I'm at Hampton High School.
How does it feel knowing that there's thousands of dollars in scholarships up for grabs at this competition?
My name is Titus Buckles, and I'm a senior at Unica High School. It feels good because I'm planning on already attending a secondary school, so just give me another option to go to.
What skills are you most confident in going into this competition?
My name is Maddox Wilson. I'm a senior at Hampton High School, and definitely laying the 60-10 route in the plate.
What has been the toughest thing to master in welding?
My name is Ashley Welding. I'm from Welding. I'm a senior, and the hardest thing probably been free pass. But looking good.
Who brings the most confidence or friendly competition to your group?
I'll definitely say me, Maddox.
If you bring home a win, how are you celebrating?
I gotta have a cookout or something, hang out.
Sandbox steak.
Yeah, something like that.
And my last question is, what would you tell younger students about going into a trade like welding?
You'll do good at it if you work at it hard, but you won't do good if you don't work hard at all.
I think I'd say the same as him, just work hard and take what you've learned and use it.
Stay focused, work on yourself, don't worry about other people think of it.
Yeah, don't keep yourself on the mess up. Just keep going and you'll do fine. You stay with it.
Carter County Schools is so proud of each of you for attending this competition. We wish you well and can't wait to hear about your success. Now, we are with Mr. Sam Potter, who is the welding instructor here at Carter Tech Center. Mr. Potter, what does it mean for your students to compete at a national level?
I think the whole meaning of competing at a national level is to see what we can bring to the table. As far as how my students can compete and perform against students from the other 49 states. I really like that challenge. I like the challenge of the competition. A competition this big, from students from all across the nation, I guess I should say. It ain't about who's the best welder when the hood goes down. It's about who controls it the best in their head, because I know, I competed at the state level a long time ago. Now, nothing ever this big. It's who can keep it together while they're welding. I mean, there's a lot of pressure, especially on, 18-year-olds. There's a lot of pressure because nerves come into play. Making simple mistakes comes into play. And I think, what I've been trying to work on with these guys the past couple of weeks is how to stay focused when it matters the most. How to do what's right when it matters the most. How to block out the negative content that's going to be trying to go on in your mind. That's probably the way I'd answer that.
How have your students prepared for a competition of this caliber?
They've worked hard for the past 18 months, I'm going to say. I've put them through a lot. I mean, I've had them in the floor. I've made simulators. They've welded simulators, They welded a lot of different positions. Now, the last week, they focused really hard on this test. Now, we started off preparing for this competition, the test at the competition. We started off preparing, and then they changed it. Since Monday, around 1 o'clock, we've been, trying to prepare for what the competition's going to be now. It's fair across the board as long as everybody's got the same time to prepare for that one thing. I'm confident in my guys. It's a mental thing more than a physical thing.
What makes this group of students stand out from others?
This is a unique group of students. First year here at this campus from all 4 high schools, and I'm very happy with that. We've got 4 high schools in Carter County, and since year 1 here, this is year 3, but since year 1, the program has went from, I think, 9 students starting on year 1 on the welding side to 24 students now, and that's just in a couple of years. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else happens here, how much more we grow. I think we're definitely going to outgrow this building, and that's just my opinion. It's been a unique year to get all 4 schools combined. because we focus so much, and so many people are so bad to point fingers at this high school or that high school, when at the end of the day, Carter County Schools is Carter County Schools. And I went to Cloudon. I love Cloudon High School. I love the Highlander mascot. I love everything about it. But at the end of the day, I love all Carter County schools. And this group of students, as you sat here and watched them earlier, and you can take those kids from all 4 schools, and they are kind of in an environment, especially ones that it's playing football and basketball and stuff like that. But here we don't have that. They work so hard together. Now, I try to train them, I try to teach them, I try to beat it into their head. You got to be better than the person beside you. And that's something probably that Matt Birchfield taught me a long time ago when I was helping him coach at Cloudon High School. It's a way to motivate a kid in a really good manner. And that's what's really unique about these guys. They get along so good, but they still have that friendly head-to-head competition every day. And that's why that they're kind of at the level that they are. I'm amazed and very proud of them all in one day.
How important are competitions like this for students entering the workforce?
Competitions as far as helping enter the workforce. It looks really good on a resume that you competed. It looks even better on a resume if you have placed. At a national event of one this size, as far as in the welding world by itself, where you've got kids from all 50 that's going to be competing at one place, that on a resume is probably a really, really big check mark. In the welding world, it don't really matter as much about like a PhD resume versus a plain country boy resume. I'll use that. I love that term. That's what I am. That's the way I was raised. But when you hire in on a job, you got to be able to pass the test. You have to be able to do the work in the welding world. That's what I love about it. Everybody can't do it. Everybody can't make that kind of money because you got to prove yourself. And once you get the job, you still got to continually prove yourself. The oil industry, you get followed by a group of people, it's inspectors. They have to come, they have to sign off on everything you do that day or everything you've done that week. And once they sign off on that, that's proving yourself day in and day out. Now, once that happens, it's going to be tested in a bunch of different ways it can be. I mean, there's so much more to the metallurgy side of welding than what people in these communities even have an idea. And for a student to come out of school, whether it be high school, whether it be, a 19 or 20 or 25-year-old or 30-year-old at a post-secondary school that's changed their career, when they have went that far and they've got that job and they can continually keep that job day in and day out, and they get better. The more you do it, the better you get. So it does get easier to keep it. But there is a period of time there, probably a couple years, that you really got to prove yourself. That's why I love teaching it. Because students, people, whoever's going to do it, if you're going to do it and you're going to go to the top, you got to work at it.
On behalf of Carter County Schools, thank you for guiding and supporting these students. We appreciate you.
Thank you.